Hello, good morning. It's lovely to see so many people out enjoying Chesterfield Canal and Transpennine Trail this morning on this bright but quite chilly day. It's nice to see a little bit of colour returning to this area where pretty much the entirety of 2024 it was just a big mound of earthworks and soil and mud, which it still is really, isn't it? But it's starting to slowly look a little bit more natural again. Anyway, we've not come to look at the Transpennine Trail Bridge today. We've come just to talk, quick video this morning, to have a look at the Staveley Waterside building that's quickly nearing completion. It's not something I've done a dedicated video on, is it, this one? I've kind of mentioned it in passing while I've been doing stuff down here. It's been progressing over the course of the winter. I think the last time I actually took an interest in it was when I was on board narrowboat at Madeline, when we came and did a quick 360 from the viewpoint of the canal basin. So have a look at this. This was from late November.
Why? I think because they're going to have tables and chairs in.
Never seen it from this angle before. So this is the vantage point you'll only get from a boat. So there is some space, isn't there, in front of the building. There's a good, what, 10, 12 foot there between the building and the mooring side. Take a few shots of this of the new building from various vantage points around the area, because I think you'll agree it dominates the skyline. Although it's only 2-storey, you can see. I think I was driving in from the other side of Barrow Hill, down the hill from like Whittington Way the other day. You could see it in the distance. Now, I know Facebook isn't always the best barometer for public opinion, is it? But it's probably safe to say the plans and the drawings of this place hasn't really been a massive popularity success. I think that's safe to say, isn't it? I'm not being unfair there. And I was always going to reserve judgment till it was completed. You know, it's still going to be nice to see a little bit of activity around this area, a little bit more going on. It's going to be great when it's landscaped and there's other buildings, cafes, there's people around using the facilities, because it was just a wasteland before, wasn't it? It's not quite finished. I think the majority of the cladding's finished on this side. It's just going to be nice when we can hopefully get a little bit closer to the canal. It's been out of bounds now since kind of late last year. So anyone who's not familiar with what we're looking at here, this is Staveley Waterside. It's built on what was named the Staveley Town Canal Basin. Business units, offices, retail and workshop, cafes, toilets, that sort of thing, fronting right on to the front of the canal basin. So the leisure boats are going to be able to moor up here as well, the 2-trip boats that operate on this half of the Chesterfield Canal. As you can see, it is still under construction, and I don't know if it's still on target, but the completion date was set as April 2025, which is technically in less than 2 weeks. Hey up, ducks. So since I last put out a Chesterfield Canal video, there's been something released called the Strategic Plan. And there's a lot of information to troll through on these documents, but it's basically the section of Chesterfield Canal between here and Worksop goes to these 3 counties. We've got Derbyshire, Chesterfield, and we've then got South Yorkshire. It goes into Rotherham, and then we've got it going into Nottinghamshire. Now, all the authorities involved in connecting this canal up all attended a meeting last month where it was all about agreeing a strategic way forward to get this canal restored in its entirety, but not only that, to unlocking the potential on these existing sections at this end and other side of Kiverton as well. I suppose the document details a best case scenario. It's a wish list of everything that you could possibly want for every section. So we've got here Rennieshaw, then we've got all the stuff around Kilmarsh. I covered in that video a few months ago, didn't I, the route of the canal. Then there's all the options around the boat lift and the rise of locks, depending on which way they solve the problem of getting the canal back up to its original level. So there's lots of interesting maps, interesting drawings to trawl through if you're interested in the proposed plans. And like I say, it's a wish list, it's a best case scenario from what I can interpret from that. But it does talk about the section around the basin, because it looks like there's plans for residential properties the other side of the basin from the Waterside building. We've got buildings around it, and I think, from what I can make out, on this little bit of land just here, this little bit of wasteland, is a pub slash hotel. You know, so there's the potential for this area through here to look very, very different in a few years' time. So we're moving in towards the end of March now. How am I saying that already? The end of March, it's incredible, isn't it? So what can we be expecting the next stages of the restoration? Obviously, we've got all the clay that needs moving onto the puddle bank. I think that's the first thing that's going to be done. And then this year, I believe we've got to look forward to starting work on the Keith Ailing lock just before the bridge, and then restoring the canal cutting up towards Bellhouse Basin. So whenever there's anything going off or any milestones, etc., I'll bring out a video to show you what's going off. And here is Bellhouse Basin. So cheers for watching, we'll see you on the next one. Bye bye.